As I teach myself how to make stained glass and I'm approaching my 10th project, I thought that I would share the lessons that allowed me to grow as I learned this craft. But these probably aren't going to be the lessons that you're expecting to hear about. Let's get into it. Allow yourself grace in your journey. We all start somewhere and no one is going to be perfect when they first begin. It would be a pretty boring experience if you just waltzed in and could do every single step perfectly. Test your limits. Don't play it safe, even though you are probably going to be cussing and throwing your project in the garbage out of frustration. You are not going to learn and expand your talents if you don't just go for it. This one is especially significant to me because I took on a monster of a project, and spoiler alert, it was awful and will forever remain unfinished because it's not worth the money to frame the project itself. But something changed during that horrific experience. The very next project I did was a cardinal, and it was almost like everything came together. Take on those larger projects, make those mistakes, and learn what you can improve on because you never know when everything is just gonna click. Take photos or videos of your progress. When I began, I was just so excited to finish a project that I didn't actually see how rough those first projects were. I was just thrilled that I could do something I never thought I would accomplish. And they did not turn out good. But I didn't see that when I first started. All I saw was that I accomplished something and was learning something new. It wasn't until I began recreating my very first project and compared the steps throughout the journey that I realized just how much improvement I was making. Because I'm learning as you make stained glass, there are a lot of moments that feel like you should be more advanced than you are, or you don't actually realize how much progress you're making because it's just still not perfection. Having those photos or videos to compare your techniques is such a huge boost of confidence, especially during those frustrating moments. Learn all of the methods. You may not like the beaded edge, but it's still important to learn how to do it and how to do it well. It probably won't seem like you'll ever use certain techniques, but eventually everything will come into play. You also never know what you're going to like and what you can learn from certain techniques to apply to other aspects of making stained glass. You can watch all of the videos that your soul desires, but at the end of the day, find your own way. This one might be a little bit more of a me thing than anything else because my brain doesn't work like everyone else's. I often find myself doing things some weird way or my own way because the way that other people instruct me just doesn't work. There's nothing wrong with doing things your own way if they actually work. Use other methods as guidance, but find your own path. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I began teaching myself and ordered running pliers, or what the listing told me was running pliers. No matter what I did, I could not get them to break the glass. I posted about my frustrations online, and people suggested everything from holding them incorrectly to asking if I had actually scored the line first. After a while, someone finally asked if the pliers had a curve on them. It turned out that it was just a giant Temu fail. I went to look, and the pliers were flat. So I went back to the listing only to discover it had actually been pulled, and although the title and information matching running pliers was there, they weren't for stained glass. There was no curve, and the tool I actually received would never do anything for breaking glass. So ask your questions even when they seem silly. I hope something in this video encourages others in their journey in making stained glass. I'm finding that a lot of people talk about how they're intimidated by the process, so they never actually get started or take that first class. Just go for it. The worst thing that happens is you find out that you don't enjoy the craft, but at least you'll put yourself out there to try something new, and you'll probably be amazed at what you can accomplish.